The iPhone 14 and 14 Pro are finally here, and one of my favorite things to do when I first get a new phone is to spend hours and hours customizing it to exactly the way that I want it to look. This is the culmination of that. With several custom widgets and wallpapers that I designed completely from scratch, this is one of my favorite home screens that I've ever built, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it in this video. When it comes to iPhones, they have definitely fallen way behind Android in the customization department. However, iPhones are starting to catch up, little by little. Now there's a whole community built around building these custom widgets, just like KWGT on Android. But don't worry, you won't have to build any of these widgets yourself. You can just download the ones that I built, but more on that later. Let's start with the wallpapers. I've designed two different wallpapers and matching lock screen versions that I'm calling Sunrise and Moonrise. Original, I know. You can get the Sunrise home screen for free on my website to follow along with this tutorial, or you can buy the whole pack for less than $2 if you're into the more dark mode Moonrise version and you want to support the channel. Links below if you're interested. For this tutorial, we're going to be going with the Sunrise version. It's more of a light mode, daytime kind of vibe. If you have the pack and you want to use the matching lock screen, download it from my website and then go to Settings, Wallpaper, Add New Wallpaper. Then select the lock screen version of the wallpaper. Resize it however you'd like, and then hit Done. Now you're gonna have to set the home screen wallpaper. First, hit Customize Home Screen. Make sure the blur mode is turned off, and then hit the Photos button. Choose the Sunrise home screen wallpaper you downloaded in your Photos app, and then hit Done. Now that the wallpapers are in, you can go ahead and add any lock screen widgets that you want, which is new to iOS 16. Now, personally, I like the look without them. It's clean and minimal. There are several nice widgets in here from Apple though, or you can add custom ones through an app called Widget, which is what we're gonna be using to build out all of the custom widgets in this setup. Since the lock screen widget feature is fairly new, there aren't that many custom community made ones in here yet, but there are some pretty nice ones that you can play around with. The best part about Widget though is the ability to make your own widgets. It's actually a lot more powerful than I thought initially. You can make pretty much anything in here. I've seen some Apple Watch widgets, some weather widgets that look good enough to have been designed by Apple themselves, and even some Mac OS inspired widgets which look pretty incredible. The first of the custom widgets that I have are on the page 0 of the phone, you know, the screen you get when you swipe left. The top one is for aesthetic purposes and it doesn't serve much of a function outside of, you know, giving me the date, but the other two are very useful. The biggest widget in the middle shows all of the important data from the Health app at a glance. A lot of the data is kind of missing right now because I haven't actually been wearing my Apple Watch. I sold my Series 7 and I'm waiting for the Apple Watch Ultra to come in, so stay tuned for that video very soon. The bottom two widgets I created for custom shortcuts. The one on the left will run the voice memo shortcut in case I need to quickly record something, and the one on the right will turn off or on all of the Philips Hue lights in my house. Then there's my main widgets, the ones that live on two of my home pages. Both of these widgets were made in Widget, and I'll tell you exactly how you can get them for free right after I thank the sponsor of this video, RHINOSHIELD. RHINOSHIELD makes some of the best phone cases on the market, and now their iPhone cases are Magsafe compatible with some of the strongest magnetic pull force on the market. They're actually twice as strong as Apple's official Magsafe products, and they exceed military grade protection to give you peace of mind should you ever drop your phone. This new solid suit case is grippier, it's more resistant to dirt and stains, it's easier to remove, and they're available in 5 new colors: cobalt blue, ash gray, antique bronze, violet, and sage green. You can also get one with a very fancy design by choosing from hundreds of prints on their website. If none of those are your style, you can just design your own. You can even change the button colors or change the camera ring for even more customization. They also have new cases for the Apple Watch 8, Apple Watch SE 2, Apple Watch Ultra, and AirPods Pro 2. Even if you don't plan on upgrading to the iPhone 14 series, you can still upgrade your case and look with one of RHINOSHIELD's new cases. Use the promo code MARK14 for 20% off in the first week. Check out RHINOSHIELD via the link in the description below. All right, so a confession to start. I didn't actually make any of these widgets from scratch. I just took what was already out there in the community and then modified them to suit my needs and to match the style of the wallpaper. The first widget has today's date in the top right, a section for my reminders, a battery level indicator, and a section for today's weather. If you tap on any of those sections, it will activate a shortcut that will bring you directly to the corresponding app. So the widget is fully functional too. If you want to get this widget for yourself, open the Widget app, and click on Set Transparent Background, and then follow the instructions. This is where the transparency for your widgets is going to be created. Apple technically doesn't even support transparent widgets, but the devs have found a way around that by copying the background wallpaper behind it and then matching it up to the widget's background. Once that's done, head on over to my site and scan the QR code with your phone. It'll automatically take you to Widget to download my exact widget. Then go to the Manage page within Widget and set the large number 1 widget to the widget that you just downloaded. From there, all you gotta do is add the widget to the home screen like normal. I highly encourage you to play around with this and add whatever you'd like though. I like to keep my home screen clean and clutter-free. That's why there's all this white space. But you could absolutely go bonkers and fill every square millimeter of space within this widget if you wanted to. For example, let's say you wanted a more detailed weather widget showing the daily temperature forecast for the next week. Just hit the plus icon, add a line chart, set it to daily temperature under weather, and play around with the graphics until you get something that you like. I could even go a step farther and change the diamond-shaped symbol to a smart chart weather symbol that will match the day's weather forecast. Obviously, you don't have to display just the weather either. There's a million settings in here for just about any stat you'd want to show, and that goes for any of the new layers that you could add. You could spend hundreds upon hundreds of hours designing very specific widgets in this app, and that makes my nerd brain very, very happy. On the second page of my iPhone 14 Pro home screen, I have a similar style widget that's got a lot more information in it. There's a calendar widget that will display any of my upcoming events that I have, a more complete weather widget with a full 7-day forecast, a battery charge indicator, and some system information like storage space and memory used. To add that widget, it's the exact same process. Download the QR code, set it to widget number 2 within Widget, and then add that widget to the home screen. The only downside is that if you want more than one widget on the screen at a time, you have to pay for the upgraded version that lets you add as many widgets as you want. I think it's like $5 or something. It's worth it in my opinion, but totally optional. Now, if you don't use a lot of apps or you just prefer to have one home page on your home screen setup, you could absolutely just use a smart stack to have multiple custom widgets on top of one another that you can scroll through at any time. And that is my iPhone 14 Pro home screen setup. Technically, you can do this on any iPhone that supports iOS 16, so give it a shot. Try it out, let me know what you think. Hope you liked the video, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.